Who is the most faithful Christian that you know? Who is running the race well? Who has that effective, faithful ministry? Do you have that person in your mind right now? Now ask yourself this question. Do they have self-control? Do they live a disciplined life for the sake of the gospel? Have they laid down liberties in order to make the gospel super clear? I imagine that if you were to ask that person about why they were successful, they would tell you it's because of Jesus. You know, when we talk about being disciplined, we need to understand that Paul is not talking about pure self-will and determination. He is talking about gospel-empowered self-discipline. Discipline that is powered by the discipline of Christ. Self-control that is the fruit of the Spirit's working in your life. You see, the good news about self-control in the Christian life is not only do you become an effective witness, but you grow in your affection towards Christ because you must constantly entrust your life to Him. So dads, do you want to be a faithful, effective dad? Do you want to run the race of fatherhood well? Well, this is where it begins, entrusting your life to Him. And so I want to challenge you dads out there, every man, to give a gift to those in your circle of influence, and that is the gift of self-control for the sake of gospel ministry. If you're going to lay down biblical liberties out of love for others, it will take Christ-led, Christ-empowered self-control. Last week, on Day by Day, I told you about a fellow baseball player that I had run into several months ago and how he was the most disciplined baseball player that I knew and how it led to a good deal of success for him. Even though this player was only 1 year older than I was, he had a huge influence on how I approached the game, and he never even knew it. He didn't know that I watched him like a hawk during warm-up drills, taking infield and watching his throwing mechanics. I was amazed at his control and discipline. So I had the opportunity several months ago to sit down with him and tell him what he did 20 plus years ago, how it made such an impact on me that today I teach my sons and daughter to catch ground balls a certain way because of him. And the kids that I have the opportunity to coach, I coach them in this way. Well, obviously, this guy was taken aback and he didn't really know what to say or how to respond to all that. But he did realize that the discipline that he displayed in high school with a game like baseball made an impact on someone he had never really paid much attention to. And then that impact went on to affect a new generation. When it comes to having a faithful life, an effective ministry by means of self-control, you never really know the full scope of the impact of your life while on this earth. But oh, what an impact it makes. Generations could be impacted by Christ, for Christ, by your life. As you pray today, please remember Todd Cox and his family, our missionaries in Georgia. And also remember the Haya Lifeword broadcast that's heard throughout Tanzania.